The world watches with bated breath. A new Iron Curtain has descended upon the global stage. On one side stands Russia, forged in revolution and conflict. On the other, the West, united by shared values. This is a clash of ideologies, a struggle for the soul of the 21st century, sparked by the tragic events in Ukraine. The ghosts of the past still haunt our present. The stakes are higher than ever before. The world hopes for peace but braces for conflict. This is not merely a conflict between nations, but a clash of civilizations. A struggle between two fundamentally different visions of the world. Russia under Putin seeks a multipolar world where might makes right. The West champions a rules-based order, advocating democracy and human rights. This ideological divide fuels the current crisis. Russia's actions in Ukraine have led to severe sanctions. The West supports Ukraine with military and humanitarian aid. The battle for the future of global order has begun. Russia possesses a formidable military arsenal, a legacy of its Soviet past. At the heart of this arsenal lies its nuclear capability, a chilling reminder of the stakes involved in any conflict with Russia. Russia also boasts a vast nuclear arsenal, second only to the United States. Beyond nuclear weapons, Russia has a vast stockpile of conventional weapons. It has demonstrated its military might in Ukraine and Syria. Russia's control over vast energy resources, particularly natural gas, bolsters its position. This combination of military might and resource dominance makes Russia a formidable adversary. While Russia boasts a formidable military, the West, particularly the United States, retains a significant military advantage. The West possesses a technological edge with advanced weaponry, sophisticated intelligence-gathering capabilities, and a highly trained military force. The United States, in particular, spends more on defense than any other nation, maintaining a global military presence and a vast network of alliances. However, this military superiority has not been tested in a major conflict for decades. The West has grown accustomed to fighting wars on its own terms against technologically inferior adversaries. A direct confrontation with Russia would be a different kind of war altogether, one with the potential for rapid escalation and unforeseen consequences. The West's technological advantage may not be enough to offset Russia's willingness to absorb significant losses and its unpredictable nature. Section 5. The trump card, a wild card in the global game. Adding another layer of complexity to this already volatile situation is the potential return of Donald Trump to the White House. Trump's foreign policy, characterized by its unpredictability and disdain for traditional alliances, has left many wondering how he would navigate the current crisis. Trump's admiration for Putin and his skepticism of NATO have raised concerns that he might weaken Western resolve, emboldening Russia further. His past actions, such as withdrawing from the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty and pulling U.S. troops out of Syria, have already strained relations with European allies and emboldened Russia. A second Trump presidency could significantly alter the course of the conflict, potentially leading to a weakening of NATO and a fracturing of the Western alliance. Section 6. The Rubicon of direct confrontation, a catastrophic scenario. The most dangerous scenario, one that haunts the dreams of policymakers and ordinary citizens alike, is a direct military confrontation between NATO and Russia. This is a scenario with no winners, a nightmare scenario that could quickly escalate into a nuclear exchange, with unimaginable consequences for humanity. While both sides understand the catastrophic consequences of such a conflict, the risk of miscalculation is ever present. A single incident, a misunderstanding or a miscalculation could set in motion a chain of events leading to a point of no return. The world watches nervously, hoping that cooler heads will prevail, but acutely aware that the fate of humanity hangs precariously in the balance. Section 7. Underestimating the bear. A costly miscalculation? The West for too long has underestimated Russia. It has dismissed Russia's economic woes, its demographic challenges, and its political instability. It has failed to grasp the depth of resentment that festers within Russia, a resentment fueled by a sense of humiliation and betrayal following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Russia, under Putin, has shown itself to be a cunning and ruthless adversary, willing to use any means at its disposal to achieve its objectives. It has skillfully exploited divisions within the West, using propaganda and disinformation to sow discord and undermine Western unity. The West ignores Russia's resilience and its capacity for causing chaos at its own peril. Section 8. Looking into the abyss. A spectrum of possibilities. Predicting the future is a fool's errand, especially in the realm of international relations. The current conflict between Russia and the West could unfold in countless ways. One possibility is a negotiated settlement, a fragile peace agreement that freezes the conflict but fails to address the underlying issues. Another possibility is a protracted standoff, a new Cold War characterized by proxy wars, economic sanctions, and a constant state of tension. The most optimistic scenario is a gradual thawing of relations, a slow and painful process of rebuilding trust and finding common ground. However, the path to peace is fraught with obstacles, and the possibility of further escalation remains a constant threat. The world watches, waits, and hopes for the best, while bracing itself for the worst. Section 9. A world on the brink, a plea for peace. The conflict between Russia and the West is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present danger of conflict in our interconnected world. It is a wake-up call, a plea for dialogue, understanding, and a renewed commitment to diplomacy. The stakes are too high, the potential consequences too grave, to allow this conflict to spiral out of control. The world must unite, not in condemnation of one side or the other, but in a shared commitment to peace. We must demand that our leaders choose diplomacy over war, dialogue over confrontation. The future of humanity may depend on it. Please subscribe to this video for more insights and updates.